This will literally never not be funny to me. That's because Kirby literally devours people alive. Shadow's just using a gun, baby. You know what really irks me about Australians? They call McDonald's Macca's. Why? You dongos don't understand, okay? We go to the server for fuel, we go to Macca's for burgers, and we go to the bottle-o for a grog. Wait, what the hell is a grog? It's like he's trying to speak a different language. I know it. Well, you see, a grog is a beer or alcoholic beverage. Thanks, cold ones. Taught me a lot. Why is religious Christmas imagery also joyful and pleasant? Where is the inherent horror of the birth of Christ? A mother has handed her newborn child, wailing and innocent. Her hands come away sticky red simply by giving her son life. She has already killed him. He is doomed from the beginning. Her love will not save him from suffering because the thing cradled in her arms is not a baby. It is a sacrifice born amongst the other bleeding animals whose blood will one day be spilled in the name of what demands it. The night is silent with anticipation. Mary, did you know that your womb was also a grave? Tumblr users are uniquely capable of making religion sound cool. The church needs to start exploiting this and get more Tumblr users in them. I'm normal about this. That's a little weird. Also, imagine saying that to a drive-thru worker, like, what the hell, mate? Nintendo Direct Guy Voice. Blood is fuel in this stylish FPS. Mankind is dead. Hell is full, and only one machine can empty it. As the combat robot V1, you'll shoot, blast, punch, and uncoin ricochet your way through the densaries of hell. Ultra Kill crotch slides its way into Nintendo Switch later today. Hire me, Nintendo, please. I'm a good voice actor. Blog if you love her cosplay. She did such a good job. Step 1 to overcoming social anxiety is to realize that most people kinda suck and their opinion of you is literally worthless. Step 2 is to realize that people who don't suck are actually pretty cool with whatever weird stuff you say. I want someone who has never had an art history class to tell me what this is called. Water slides if you're not a coward. Quasimodo skate park, my dude. House ribs. I like house ribs. Crap, man. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I swear yesterday was June 2010. As a tradition in Tumblr culture, the locals unearth the corpse of a long-deceased figure and drag it across the streets merrily, laughing at what is preserved of the person's words. This custom, seen as morbid in other cultures, is instead done gleefully and with an unmatched enthusiasm. Holy crap, John, this lasagna is frickin' sweet. I can't do a good Peter Griffin, I tried. Who has suffered more? Jesus Christ, women in shonen anime. Not wrong. Nothing is real. Atoms never touch each other. You've never touched anything in your life. Okay, well, when I pet my dog, he is soft, and when he licks my hand, it is wet, and that is far more real to me than whatever is going on an atomic level. What my atoms are doing is their freaking business, man. I'm busy trying to stop my dog from eating tissues directly out of the box. Nuclei don't touch, but the nucleus is not the core of reality. Reality is made of electrons dancing. Reality is made of bonds. You pet your dog, and the atoms that are you brush up against the atoms that are him, and the electrons that are you press into the electrons that are him, and both of them change their environment. Electrons, of course, are not really particles and do not really move. You pet your dog, and the electron orbitals of your skin overlap the electron orbitals of his fur, and both are changed by the contact. You are not made of little motes floating alone in a void. You are a single unfathomable chord formed of a trillion vibrations, and so is he, and the note you play is changing at every moment by what you touch and how you breathe, and so is his, and atoms do not really have edges, and to touch is to interact, and when you put your hand on your dog, the universe does not know that you are separate. The song expands to hold you both. Thank you. Get more bold. The three gates when they get bold or whatever. I didn't play it. Oh, Baldur's Gate. Thor hands Peter a mug of beer. Excellent work in the mission, man of spiders. Thor, no. The kid is 15. Oh, you are a growing boy. Thor, no. I can see this happening. That'd be pretty funny, actually. The woke mob has made Santa gay. Mrs. Claus has been replaced with a 5'8" twink named Tony Tinsel. A New Hope. The woke mob has made Santa... Okay, that would be kind of sweet. Tony Tinsel, here to help. I would love that. Like a really flamboyant twink. Can I play him in the movie, please? www.furaffinity.net. Checking if the site is secure. Of all the sites to use that phrasing on, I am not human, damn it. I see. Furries. Decided I'm gonna get this printed as a poster and just hang it above my bed so each morning I can wake up feeling like a victim of medical malpractice. What are you talking about? House? No malpractice, bro. He solves issues. 7 years old. She should have been at the club. Guys, I did not know what seal clubbing meant when I posted this. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Christ. This and this are irreplaceable emoticons that emojis will never be able to touch. Literally this and this. If you think this has the same power as you are a blind fool. That and the XD face. That feeling when your body is requesting something but you're not sure what, so you just start eating and drinking random stuff to try and figure it out. Me eating a chocolate waffle 7 p.m. Is this what you desire, oh prison of flesh? Meanwhile, your body is like, I need water! For the love of God, Mike! Give me some water! This is what the Animal Crossing developers think cool means. They're damn right, you frickin' moron. I can take a piss and a poop way faster because it's got flames on it. My friend took in a stray and she's the cutest kitty ever, but he named her Oil, so whenever he sends a picture of her, me and my other friends look like we're role-playing as the U.S. military. Oil! Oil! I love Oil! I love Oil! I'd kill for her. I'd kill anybody for Oil. In our defense, this is Oil. That's an adorable little kitty. It's got mittens. Modern medieval fantasies don't have enough weasel-based necromancy. Please elaborate on this topic at length. I think I've made my position clear. Anyway, here are some medieval discussions of weasels and their necromantic abilities. Gerald of Wales. The weasel also, when its young are dying from any hurt, recovers and restores them to life by the use of a yellow flower. We are told by persons who have witnessed that fact, having put the whelp to death to make the experiment, that the weasel brought the flower in its mouth and first applied it to the wound, and then to the mouth, nostrils, and other orifices of the little animal, that it might inhale the odor by which through the efficacious touch of the plant, breath was restored through life seemed extinct, some slight and imperishable vestiges of it only having remained. Aberdeen bestiality. It is said, also, that they are skilled in healing, so that by chance their young are killed and their parents succeed in finding them, they can bring their offspring back to life. Thomas of Centumpery. Accordingly, they are said to be expert in all the sorts of medicine, so that if they find their offspring dead, they make them naturally recuperate by means of herb. Also in Monrere de France, La Gulick uses a flower she got from her weasels at resurrecting its weasel friend to resurrect Gelon. Conclusion. Behold, a necromancer. I'm gonna make a necromancer level character in D&D next time and be like, I am the weasel necromancer. My favorite fricked up character concept is probably, what if a butterfly came out of its chrysalis too early? You could have been something beautiful, but you panicked or got interrupted and instead something horrifyingly half-finished crawled out. Just a picture of my face. My God, why is Cougar so ugly? I don't know, man. I came out too early. I did come out too early. Good evening. Cervix dogs are being trained to sit through a play. There are actors on stage performing a musical for a theater full of dogs. Can we just talk about how some of them look unperplexed, just resting their head? The one on the right's looking off to the left like, oh, I don't care. But that one in the left front, he's like, I enjoy this play. Dance for me, humans. Crazy thing is, whenever someone makes a post talking about how XYZ things annoys them, someone will always go, oh, so we're not even allowed to do thing anymore? No, you literally can't. That person just will not like you. If that is enough to stop you, then it is not that you're not allowed, it's that you are not capable of existing outside of the approvals of others. Why are you asking for permission begging? Are you a dog or a man? My biggest boomer take is that social media has made us desperate for validation in a manner hetero for unseen. Stop asking others to normalize things and start getting comfortable being abnormal. There it is. I am sick and tired of seeing so much hate towards Al. Al hasn't done anything to hurt anyone. Al is harmless. But I can already hear the Al haters out there. Al is an original. No crap, Sherlock. That's what we love the most about Al. People aren't supposed to look like that. That sounds like a problem between you and God. And frankly, plenty of other people like the way Al looks. I like the way he looks. Al is just too weird. Have you ever thought that you might be too normal to actually appreciate Al? I think you need to apologize to Al right now. Apologize to him. Apologize to Weird Al right now. This post is dangerous on the site, notorious for having zero reading comprehension. Yet people who use screen readers must be feeling pretty freaking smug right now. Yeah, I guess. God, I love Lethal Company's lore. Just the concept of the one-man story being passed down through 100 years to those who would need it. So they would know what they're doing, so they could make their own choices. How people preserved it for 100 years for those who would come after themselves. We were here. We made mistakes. We wrote these so you wouldn't make the same ones, so you could know what you're fighting for, and so you could fight against it. Lethal Company is such a good... yeah, too bad you can't fight against it. In Lethal Company, you just lose. TIL, that rats became more emotionally resilient when they are taught how to drive small vehicle. OP, how dare you leave out this photo? Bad thing happens to me. Remembers times when I drove around in a little car. I can do this. The best thing about being alive on Earth is that sometimes there is a kitty. Meow, you say? This is such a non-issue, but truly no greater tragedy than seeing a piece of media furrified and they've made you special guy the wrong animal. Like, the animal does not align with the themes in My Little Guy's story. Do it again. Not everyone can be a wolf. Not everyone should be a wolf. Hold this in your heart and come to terms with, damn right, you furries. Looks in a mirror. I'm not a furry. I just draw furry art, okay? The problem with horror now is that there is no men in little tank tops and booty shorts. They were hunted to extinction. Damn right they were. Also, the middle one is from Sleepaway Camp. I don't know the right one, but the left one looks familiar. Why is this statistic hurting my heart? College students who had distant and non-emotional relationships with their parents had significantly higher rates of hypertension and heart disease years later than did students who reported close and emotionally connected relationships. Heart patients who felt loved had 50% less aerial damages, and those who said they did not feel loved died. Wow, so cardiac issues are just another fun gift my parents are giving to me, along with the anxiety and low self-esteem. Emotional distress literally damages a heart because apparently evolution makes metaphors almost as much as crabs. Yes, I wonder how bad my heart's working. Ow. Yep, not good. The villagers. Oh my god, get out of here, it's a dragon. Dragon's burning down the whole village. Me noticing the dragon actually only has 2 hind legs instead of 4 legs. That's actually with a flame engulfs me completely. You deserve to be lit on fire. Dragon is a category word. Wyverns are a type of dragon. My jawbone slowly falls off my chart skeleton with good comedic timing. I tried. The more you look at this picture, the more anxious it becomes. This is just a normal Waffle House. There's a bloody handprint on the door. There's something under the counter with the cups. A normal Waffle House. Is that a tentacle wrapped around little boy's arm? We're not going to talk about the eyeball on the man's plate. It be like that at Waffle House. The blind guy has fish gills. Have none of you been to Waffle House, dude? Waffle House kind of booty, though. I'm not gonna lie. I went there to get chicken strips. Sorry, we don't have those. Fine, I'll take a waffle at 4 a.m. Why isn't 11 pronounced Onity 1? Onity 1. My favorite picture on Tumblr ever. I am laughing so hard because I thought of 22 and I said 2D2 out loud at 4 a.m. Oh god. 3D3. 44. I have realized my mistake. Yes, you have. How do you guys feel about the fact that these 2 characters exist in the same universe? I don't know. Horny? Wrong answer. Hey guys, remember when everyone was shipping Deathwolf with Luna? I'm just gonna say it. I was the person who started that trend. You can track it down. I started that ship, and I have cemented my history in furry fandom. Oh god. I accidentally follow people so much on the site that I don't know who half of the people on my dash are. I'm Tony, dude. Okay, I'm writing it down. I'm so butt at measuring distance that if I woke up in a saw trap and the only requirement was to run 30 feet, give or take a foot or 2, I would still frick it up and get slaughtered. How tall was the suspect? I don't know, Doc. Everyone taller than me is 6 foot and everyone shorter than me is 4 feet. I know 80 degrees is warm and 40 degrees is cold. If you told me it was 65 degrees outside, I would stare at you blankly until you were like, wear a sweater or something, or don't wear a sweater. In fact, skip the number. I'll just go outside myself. If I woke up in a saw trap and the only requirement was to roughly pour out about 4 pounds worth of sand into a jar, I would just ask him to kill me without wasting either of our time. Stop telling me to look up dyslexia. I already know what about vampire. As someone who's dyslexic, I know it's not dyslexia. I don't know what that is. That's funny to me. Turns out 2000 was 20 years ago, which is odd since 1980 was also. The thing Gen Z really needs to understand is that no one older than them is ever going to be able to estimate time correctly because of the millennium. The millennium will always be not that long ago. Everything since the millennium will always be, in some sense, new. It just broke us, okay? It was too big and we'll never quite be able to deal. Was the real millennium bug inside us all along? Yes, and it created generational 404. Massive bell ringing. You're now listening to Hammer Striking Metal 102.3. Swords being drawn. Real Dwarf FM. Gallery and Blown Horn, where we play nothing but metal, rock, and stone. Liquid metal boiling. I just breathing chills. This ain't your elf maiden station. Imagine Dragons radioactive. Actually, you know what? Diggy Diggy Hole by Wind Rose would start playing. I know it's not originally by Wind Rose, but their cover's better. You're being nice to me. You must want something at me. No, believe it or not, before social media turned us all into a bunch of paranoid, pessimistic ghouls, people would just do nice things because it felt like the right thing to do. I just try to keep those ancient traditions alive. I held the door for some lady the other day and she's like, you're not getting money. I was like, dude, I'm holding the door for Christ's sake. The thing about Bugs Bunny is that he lives and dies by his bits. He's fully capable of killing you if he wanted, but the thing is, not only is he a nice guy, he's a funny guy. To beat Bugs Bunny, many people assume that you just have to not fall for the jokes. If he hits you with a pie, you don't flinch and eventually you'll wear him down. The issue is, misery will only last you so long. There's only so much bits to endure before it becomes funny, and whoever is getting laughed at is losing. Instead, to kill Bugs Bunny, you have to beat him at his own game. When he throws a pie, don't try to sidestep or be sourpuss. That's playing into his hands. Instead, you comically open your mouth and swallow it whole. This is how you kill a god. Kids these days will never know the struggle. This is not an exaggeration. Your download speed would slow down to the point where Windows would make this kind of absurd estimate and you'd sigh and leave the room for a while because you couldn't use the computer while it was doing this for fear it would crash and lose all your progress. And then you come back 40 minutes and maybe it would now say 52 years or maybe it would say 3 minutes. Who knows? Not Windows. Yeah, I'd dial up until about 2010. I have some fun memories living in the country. That's what I like about living in the country. I might not be that old, but you know what? I had all the 10 years behind technology until I was about 14. You never truly leave a fandom. Someday down the road, you're gonna remember the Blorbo you were obsessed with when you were 10 and never recovered the brain mod that'll attack you out of nowhere. Dan Versus? Am I watching it again? No, of course not. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? No, I wasn't a brony. Mermaid witnessing a werewolf transformation by the beach and believes all humans are like that. Pirate, ahoy. Mermaid, oh. Pirate, oh what? Pirate, digging up treasure. No, bad boy, bad, diggy, no diggy hole. What the frick? She thinks the parrot is just a transformed human too. I'm so confused at this one. I refuse to stop laughing at this. You did it. You broke Garfield down to its basic fundamentals. Yeah, you did. My greatest tragedy is that I literally always want a nap right now until 10 p.m. when I feel utterly alive and electrified. That's your brain tricking you into being progressive. Like, you'd be like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to do it, but then you do it. It's like a thing to do with psychology and maybe being upset or depressed with life. Our ancient ancestors would crush us in a fitness competition. Modern life is not how we're supposed to live. Why the frick is Vice posting this? Who knew that hunter/gatherers who jogged after a deer for miles and miles every week would be in better shape? Oh no, bro, I can run pretty long on the treadmill at, the 9 or 10 cent. I'm just saying. I might be like the least fit of them, but I do okay, I think. It's not a green text, but can we all agree that Capra Demon post is the best 4chan post? Which post? Capra Demon tells you that he wants to spend the night with you. What do you do first? A cuddle on the couch and watch scary movies. Capra Demon will hold you tightly. There is no need to be afraid. You know what? He will keep you safe. Get right to frickin'. Go to an amusement park and ride on a Ferris wheel. You hold hands and watch the full moon glisten on the water. You share your first kiss. Your most difficult set of choices ever faced. Frick right away. Hurt me, daddy. Reblog to drop a car battery on and post below. Thanks, dude. Oh no, my car battery is. I hope someone on my dashboard happens to have a spare. Not all construction work is equally enjoyable. For example, enlarging a drilled hole is boring, but fastening pieces of metal together is riveting. This joke would get the exact same reaction in 1870 as it would get in 2021, and I love it about that. Dude, imagine someone up on the Empire State Building. Hey man, this is getting pretty boring. Let me do, some riveting work. It's riveting, ha? And then they just make some reference. I don't know. I sold the joke back. First night as a vampire warlord, I turned my 5 most loyal men into vampires as well, but they don't know what that means and they go out during the day, so now I have none of my 5 most loyal men. Second night as a vampire warlord, I turn my 6th to 10th most loyal men into vampires, but I give them a crash course so they don't die stupidly like the last ones. Third night as a vampire warlord, we prepare for the battle, but forget we're allergic to Christianity, so we have to reschedule the battle because we all got sore throats trying to sing Bugarats. I don't know what that is. Fourth night as a vampire warlord, we change our attack plans and also commission some more edgy armor because the normal one reflects too much light. Fifth night as vampire warlord, we finally go to battle and we win only because the enemy mistook a swarm of normal bats for our attack and got rabies. Sixth night as a vampire warlord, we celebrate our victory with a bloodfest, but it turns out Sigismund gets a stomachache when the victim isn't specifically a red-haired maiden and he makes the whole party go to poop. Seventh night as a vampire warlord, I find out Sigismund wasn't a vampire and was actually just sick when he tried to drink blood with the rest of us, so I get angry and impale him. Eighth night as a vampire warlord, Sigismund is still alive because none of his vital organs got stabbed through, and I start feeling kind of bad for him, but I can't show it or I'll lose my authority, so I ask my 7th most loyal man to kill him. Ninth night as a vampire warlord, we move camp further into the enemy's country, but it's raining. I actually kind of like the ambience, but my horse breaks a leg in the mud, so I turn into a vampire horse. 10th night as a vampire warlord, my vampire horse starts biting other horses, but wasn't turning them into more vampires, so now we have no horses and have to stop and loot a village, but their horses kind of suck. 11th night as a vampire warlord, we start moving again with our new crappy horses that I carefully turn into vampire horses, but they're still not so good and honestly just getting on everyone's nerves. 12th night as a vampire warlord, things got a little gay. I'm sticking around till night 12, personally. Google Maps Wrapped 2023. You confused your right and left 523 times. Your most traveled to destination was your own home. You said, girl, shut the frick up, to the voice giving directions every time I told you you made it wrong. Oh my god, this is great. Take figures out of their box away. Sew patches on your favorite jacket. Go to bed with your favorite plushies. Wear the pants you usually save for special occasions. Draw something cool on your wall. Put a sticker on your lap. Dye your hair and pierce your lips. Glass is meant to break. Metal is meant to rust. Items are meant to be used. That's how the world knows somebody loved them. When my aunt died of COVID, we had to clean out a lot of stuff that she was saving. Food she was going to try. She was a great chef. Spices she never opened or only used sparingly. Lotions and bath things she hadn't used. After she died, I started making a point of using things up. The good vanilla that has to be important, that we finally found more of, we'd used barely an ounce of before she passed away. Even though we love it, I just got my family new bottles of it for Christmas because we used one up. We enjoyed the happiness. Sometimes I still get the impulse to wait for something special or awful to save nice things for celebration and comfort. The phrase that always echoes in my mind is, use the good vanilla, and I have been burning the candles, squirting the body wash, dissolving the bath bombs, putting the saffron in things, and it's been great. Use the good vanilla. I've always been a proponent of using the good china for a basic, using the nice lotions and the favorite perfumes. Yeah, sure, one day you'll use it up, and that will be that. But so, too, could be said about you. Enjoy it while you can. Well, that's some powerful advice from Tumblr. Why isn't Twitter this prolific? It's just, God, I hate everybody. That's Twitter. Tumblr, was furry corn. Now it's just a bunch of this. There are real teens out there who think discovering nirvana is a special achievement. Isn't that kind of the whole point of Buddhism? This post is slowly killing me, bro. Me and my pirate girlfriend, holding hands. Baby, your hands are so good. You're getting me hook. You roll up to the wizard battle and your opponent takes out his spoke, but it's just one of these. I leave. This is a sign that my opponent has the most fricked up, unethical spells imaginable, and I'm not about to subject to Malzaka's piercing prostate bomb or something. Malzaka, sounds like a good time to me. About twice a year, my partner will want to use my toothbrush and then get disgruntled when I call him a vibe. I can't find my TV. Using yours. No. We'll rinse the problem. No. You kiss me. I don't tenderly work the plaque out of your teeth with my tongue. Yeah, why don't you? This is me. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? I wish you were my shrimp girlfriend. Garfield canonically has the power to invade your horny thoughts. Oh, God! Ripley's Believe It or Else. Every part of this joke is older than most of the people on this website. That's not true. Tumblr's for old heads, bro. What the frick? What did South Park fans do to you? No, really. What did they do to you? We're just here doing our own thing and you come in mocking us. Stop mocking us. We know what we're into. We reject canon. We ignore the bad writing. Is this because there's a canon gay couple? Something you wish happened in Sonic? Is that why? Do you hate gay kids, you freaking twat? Shenandoah will never happen. Frick you, the South Park creates you. Learn to do better. Sonic's the name? Speed's my game, dude. I don't know. I love that mayhem is a legal term, like you can be charged with mayhem. It's like arresting someone for funny business. The jury finds the defendant guilty on all counts of tomfoolery, japping, and general taking the piss, causing a ruckus. My client pleads not guilty on 3 charges of being back on his bullcrap. I'll take my back on my bullcrap, thank you very much. My current gender is Snitch Boy, but it has to be in the Barbie font, otherwise you missed it by a mile. Snitch Boy! That could be me. Sheer heart attack has no weakness. Bread roll, baby! Someone please explain this. I'm not gonna. I don't get it. I thought it was a bread roll. Breader skate? I don't know. Roller bread? I don't know. It's fun to chant Bloody Mary into your car's side mirror 3 times and watch her jog and try to keep up. Being a dick to even the demons. Are you a Winchester? Well, see, the Bloody Mary from Winchester would just float and get you through the mirror and make you off yourself. You know, it's a real shame that Romans didn't have access to Australia, specifically for arguary reasons. I really wish I could have seen a Roman arguer have to deal with Australian birds. Like, imagine trying to properly interpret an omen from a freaking cassowary. Loving that the general consensus here is that the omen when you see a cassowary is that you are about to die of cassowary. The cassowary evaluates you and it's not the other way around. Actually, I'd like to see it with, the birds that attack you. What are they called again? I don't know, they're black with a white thing. Those would be kind of cool. Like, oh God, why are they attacking us for 1 week out of the year?